Let's analyze together Dell Technologies.
Let's see what's going on. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. The cat today is going to do the technical analysis. What can you see right there in this chart?
Meow. What we can see, guys, is like look at the net income that we have here at the bottom. Actually, I'm gonna turn my camera right to me so you can
Oh,
see
we
me,
want
guys.
the cat.
Yeah, the cat's like kind of hungry. Okay, so what we can tell you guys is like we have the net income. The last quarter was like almost 1 billion of net income. So in terms of fundamentals, this stock is good. Obviously over time in the last couple of years, it has been stable. Obviously we have here in October 2021 like the best net income ever. But these were different times. We're talking about like a huge inflation. Everybody is spending a lot of money into in technology. So obviously it's not the same situation as it is today. But obviously, I can see the net income is very healthy in my opinion.
Yeah, it's interesting to take that into account. We will later see the forecast to see what the analysts Wall Street think about the forecast for this net income also at the EPS. And right here from the technical side, very fast in the daily time frame, we don't have the drawings. We're going to analyze this just right now. Let us know in the comments if you see like the same levels or you have a different idea about it. We have this one very clear in my opinion. This support level, very strong, that was completely broken out. You can clearly see that right there during the end of July. And if we go to the 1 hour time frame, yeah, sorry for that. I didn't know you were drawing. We can see that breakout with more detail, and you can clearly see the perfect retest right there. 2, 3, 4 times. Wow. When you see those perfect retest, is completely incredible. Let's go back to the daily chart to see all the other pictures. And Alvaro was drawing that resistance area also very clear when it was broken out. Wow, the price started to go higher and higher. And in this upside movement, we can also see the upper part of this kind of ascending inverted triangle or something like that. I don't know how do you call this pattern, but you can clearly see that the highest levels were reached also. So a huge volatility in this stock. We are talking about the end of this triangle. The range was about 30 something percent.
Yeah, that was huge. And even if we move this, if we scroll a little bit down, we move this indicator right here. Well, let me draw it out again. So we're talking about like a minus 50%. I mean, that's huge downside, that we are experiencing in this stock. And the thing here is like in terms of fundamental, it's good. So this is the type of stock that you want to invest in. But obviously right now it's like trying to grab a knife that is falling. We need to find the best moment to do it. And I think it's going to help us a lot to use the RSI and MACD indicators used by many traders worldwide.
Yeah, let's see what can we see right there. Because with this type of stocks, let's put the logarithmic scale again in the upper chart. You can clearly see like you see more details because the volatility isn't as insane as in other stocks, and the movements are um, more normal, if we can say that. And you can see like the oversold territory sometimes indicates a very good moment to start buying, and also the overbought territory sometimes is the perfect moment to sell. It doesn't always work, of course, but this is just an indicator. That's why it's called indicator. It can indicate you the things that may help you, but you have to follow at the end of the day your own trading plan. And right now, wow, the
Wow.
oversold territory. I think this is the lowest level that we have experienced in this RSI.
In the last 5 years, the lowest levels in the MACD, in the RSI as well, like both are indicating like the best signal ever to buy a stock for the long term. Obviously, it can go down a little bit more, because sometimes the market it's like this. But I think it depends exactly, in what's gonna happen in the Nasdaq 100, the S&P 500. If they go a little bit lower, this stock and other similar stocks that are gonna suffer a little bit more. But the thing here is like if we go, if we have in mind the fundamentals and the technical analysis that we have right now, it's a great opportunity. I gotta say.
Yeah, let us know in the comments your thoughts if you think this is a good moment to buy or not. Are you going to wait, or you are not trading this stock? You're just looking for this in order to learn more about trading. Very interesting. And the last time that these levels were being traded in the RSI, you can clearly see right there with the vertical line during 2020. The price went a little bit lower. The situation was different, of course. You have to take into account the context. But from there, wow, the movement started to the upside, and those who bought at the lowest possible price, it's not an easy task. We are talking about buying Dell Technologies at $13 more or less. Wow, what a price. The upside, the highest point of this year would have been more than 1000%. What a trade right there, or an investment. But also, before that happened, we look at the downtrend that we experienced during 2019 and 2020, minus 62%. So a lot of people were shaken out, of course, after that huge rally.
Yeah, based on that, guys, like we can experience like a minus 50, minus 46 right here in 2022, minus 60. That's completely normal. Maybe in some really, really extreme levels, we could see the stock like going down. Yeah, and the market has to go down as well with it. Maybe we could see like a minus 65. That would be like trading the stock at $62. Like that would be like an insane area to buy. But guys, pay attention to the next earnings. I think it's gonna be very, very important for this stock, because if the earnings are good and you bought before at these levels, the stock could skyrocket a little bit, and I say a little bit because the market right now is doing a lot of weird things right now.
Yeah, what do you think, guys? Is this a good moment or not? Let us know below. And also, let's go with the forecast to see what the Wall Street analysts that are talking about this stock think. And very positive.
They think the
Offering
same.
1 year price forecast, 20 analysts for Dell Technologies. The maximum estimate $240. Wow, 165 more or less to the upside. The average between the 20 of them, wow, 81%, $164. And then the minimum one, still positive, plus 7%. We have to take into account that obviously after this latest crash or correction, like the average was a little bit higher, not 81%, and the minimum one was in the negative territory, and it has been reached. So we have to wait and see if they update these results. But looking at the forecast, they have a good expectancy, for this stock, at least for the forecast in the APS.
Yeah, with the same with the net income that we studied before. Also, the technical analysis, the extreme levels of the oversold territory in the RSI and MACD, and then we have the third indicator right here. In front of you, we have the analyst betting that is going up, and the average more than 80. That's a lot. And then we have the EPS and the revenue also in the next years. In the next 3 years is going up. So at least to 2020 till 2026 is a good stock to invest.
According to this data,
according to this data, of course.
Exactly. Always we are stating our own opinions, and you have to decide by your own. And let us know in the comments, how do you trade, why, and also we want to learn from you. We are just stating here our own personal view, but of course we are more than happy to read different opinions. Even if you think the same, okay, but if you have different opinions, we are always happy to learn and grow together. And this 20 analysts offering that positive forecast, of course, is a bullish signal, and then the trading technical side also. But if you take a look at, let's go back to the daily chart again, we don't have to forget this latest movement that happened. We're talking about a minus 50%. So the risk is also there. Obviously, right now, after this 50%, if it is not a crash, it could go lower, even lower, but we have to wait and see. How do you see that? Is also a good question. Do you think this is a correction or a crash? If it is a correction, when do you think it will finish? And if it's a crash, which level do you think will be the last bastion of this stock? Because that's something interesting to take into account and talk about it also. So all these scenarios are possible, but of course, let us know below your opinion.
And remember, guys, that you can leave your comments right here. We're going to read in the next video of Dell Technologies. And remember, guys, last thing, remember that you have to see the extreme levels, because right now we are at extreme levels, but also the market was doing right now, because if it continues to crash, maybe we could see the stock going down to $62. It could happen. If it's just a market correction and it's going up again, they should start buying around this area, because we're talking about extreme levels already.
Yeah, exactly. Anything can happen as traders. We have to be prepared for everything. Thank you very much for watching, Honest Traders. Welcome to Trading HD. Remember to subscribe and check the videos right here. Thank you very much. Have a nice Thursday and Friday.
Bye-bye.